Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a few days, not too bad. It's been a little bit interesting. I want to welcome everybody back to my channel and hashtag blow up the sun, of course, always, because don't forget, the sun is the most racist thing out there. I mean, it's literally created an entire race of black people. It has to be the most racist thing in the world, just has to be. So tonight we're gonna do things just a little bit differently. I had some really good responses on the uh, the cicada, and I had some other good responses with just kind of, you know, I don't want to call it free flowing because it definitely ain't rapping, but I had some good responses last week whenever I was just kind of like talking. So I figured we would open it up with a little bit of discussion. We're gonna talk a little bit about a few things that's going on around right now, and then we'll get into the news subjects. I promised to address the big story that we had on the open and the picture. I'm sure everybody got a nice little kick out of that. We will be talking about Biden possibly falling because right now it's just possibly. We don't know that it's him, and they haven't released a statement one way or another, at least not that I can find. Watch. The moment that we do the broadcast, we're going to have, CNN or MSNBC talk about it. What I think is going to happen, this is my personal opinion, I think we're going to see them talk about it on Friday so that nobody knows about it because, Friday's like the worst news day of the week. So anyways, we got some news on Andrew Tate. We're gonna watch a little clip later on. I don't have an article to go off of because, well, let's just be honest. A lot of people don't want to talk about Andrew Tate, and we're definitely not going to see anything from CNN that's not going to just blast him on being a misogynist. I read one article today, and I almost put it on, but it's so negative, and it's all crap. Like the second sentence, it's like, well-known misogynist Andrew Tate has been extended for 30 more days from the Romanian judge. It's like, okay, well, there you go. So that's really the big thing, or one of the big things with Andrew Tate. We've got the two women that came forward to the judge in Romania and told them that they weren't girlfriend or the boyfriend honeypot situation. I'm learning all this shit as I go. So apparently the boyfriend honeypot, can't even say it right, is when you become a boyfriend to a girl, you pretend to become her boyfriend, and then you're basically leading her into a sex ring or a sex trafficking ring or some type of prostitution, and you're pretending to be her boyfriend, but then you just kind of become her pimp type thing. And when the two women came forward and said, nope, sorry, didn't happen to us. We were there willingly because he, I talked about this once before. He had his own little camera show, with girls, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was nudity. I didn't join it, so I don't know. But obviously it was probably kind of like OnlyFans. I'm guessing, like the girlfriend experience type thing. Who fucking knows? Who cares? But the girls are saying that they were there willingly. The judge said, "Oh no, you've been brainwashed. Threw it out." So. But we also had some evidence come up. If you watch that clip, there's an hour or 54-minute long video from Fresh and Fit where some new evidence surfaced, which pretty much exonerates him. But as of Tuesday morning, yesterday in Romania, the judge does not give a fuck. They're extending his stay in prison for another 30 days. So not only has he filed, I believe it was February 1st when he filed it, Andrew Tate filed I think it's like basically our version of a no contest or our version of a request for the case to be dismissed because of lack of evidence type thing, which those are two completely different things, no contest or whatever. But basically he's saying that he has nothing to do with whatever the charges are, and he wishes just have the charges dropped. And the judge denied that. And now with the new evidence that has surfaced, like I said, basically exonerating him from the charges, he doesn't give a shit. He's holding him. And remember, they're holding him with no evidence. There's no hard evidence, okay, at all. Zero. And, with that being said, you have to understand something too. Romania can hold him indefinitely. I believe it's up to 180 days, okay, indefinitely up to 180 days with no evidence. So they can have him in prison, because it's not jail. They have him in like a type of prison with no evidence whatsoever for 180 days. Yeah. So anyways, just thought I'd throw that out there, because it is bullshit. It's utter crap. It's a total violation of human rights. It's a total violation of anyone's rights, not just Andrew Tate's. And I haven't exactly been the biggest fan of his. I do think he's a little, well, what's the word? Gaudy's the wrong word. I know he's a 4-time champion. I totally understand that, but I also think that he kind of treats people like shit sometimes. I don't really disagree with him on a lot of stuff that he says. I just think he's one of those guys that kind of has swallowed his own Kool-Aid, sucked his own dick too much. He likes the taste of his own cum a little too much. But at the same time, dude, he really does say a lot of things that are right. And Andrew, if you ever see this, man, I mean everything I say, dude. What I wrote today, I totally agree with. I respect what you've accomplished. You've become a king of your industry. The 4-time world champion thing is awesome. I just think you treat people kind of shitty sometimes, from what I've seen in your videos. I don't think it's against your, your character. Hey, LA, what's up? By the way, guys, we had some people come in. Hey, LA Warriors. She said hello, and so did creators, and of course, Mrs. Donut was very nice. She said hello when she came in, but it's her bedtime, so she's going to be going to sleep, and she won't be joining us tonight. Andrew Tate has a lot of good things to say. And again, Andrew, if you ever do see this, man, respect, obviously. He says a lot of great things about the way men need to act, the way men need to be. A lot of things I say, me and him agree with 100%. He also understands the fact that men are weak today and they need to learn how to become men. It's also from the lack of having fathers. He's talked about that. He's also talked about the fact that women don't understand what it means to please a man today in the Western culture. He's actually said a couple things that I disagree with. Like he says that all of Western culture has collapsed, and that's not true, Andrew. A lot of the Western culture has gone totally fucking belly up. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I live in the South, bro, and we still follow a lot of the rules that you like and a lot of the things that you like. So come visit South Texas sometimes, man. You're going to like it here, bro. You're going to like the way the women act. You're going to like the way the women talk. And there's a lot of men that'll tell you, shut the fuck up, too. Promise you. I don't give a shit about your status, bro. We care about respect, honor, dignity, and integrity in the South. Generally speaking, there's always a couple of bad apples. But, I mean, dude, I've seen guys in a convenience store, like fucking stand up for people just for no reason. Strangers, We've had people in the South Texas, like stop robberies and shit that are just perfect strangers, dude. So we still have integrity here, I promise you. So anyways, for those of you out there that saw my last video, my last live spot, we did a special on corn syrup, cornstarch, modified cornstarch, modified food starch, and MSG. I have an update. I've been talking to a couple of doctors and to a couple of nutritionists. All right. As a matter of fact, I talked to a young woman today. Won't mention her name. Next time I talk to her, I'm going to ask her if she wants to come on the show, because she has. Forgive me whenever I talk to you again if you ever see this, or if you're watching this now. I believe she has a 4-year degree or a 6-year degree in nutrition, and she literally left the field because of how backwards, woke, and bullshit the field of nutrition is now. They're telling you to eat all this food that's bad for you. We had like a 35-minute conversation on cornstarch, modified food starch, modified cornstarch, corn syrup, and MSG. Okay, I feel like a broken record. I keep saying this shit. So I forgot to ask her if she wants to come on and talk about it, because, I might be, a health nut, but I've got no education in this. And I admit that freely, I totally admit that. But at the same time, it would be great if I could have someone come on the show and actually talk about it that's been educated in, that's actually been taught from professors, taught from a book of actual, knowledge on how to do this shit. That'd be fucking amazing. So anyways, but I did talk to her about it. She agrees with a lot of things I said. As a matter of fact, I don't think she didn't agree with anything that I didn't say. I don't think we had any argument whatsoever about anything. So, but it was funny because she started laughing when I started talking about it. And I told her about my trip to the Philippines, and I told her how, I could have stood there in the middle of Makati, Manila with my phone and just done a live spot, right? And just circled the freaking area and been like, guys, look, I want you to point out the fat person to me. Go ahead. I dare you. The fattest person you would have pointed out would have been an in-shape person here. That's how sad it is. And, as I was telling you, like the Filipinos and the Filipinas, they eat a ton of carbs. They eat rice with every meal. Shit, there's a breakfast thing, right? It's a traditional breakfast thing. They take birthday noodles and stick it inside of a piece of cheese bread. It's like a cheese bun, and close it up like it's a fucking hot dog and eat it. And these motherfuckers have zero waste. There's dudes over there with 3 wastes. Okay, like seriously, it's no shit. So how is it now? Granted, they are short, okay, but that's also part of their biology. But I mean, how is it that we have so many fat people here? And just using myself and some people that I know as an example, we don't overeat. We don't eat a ton of food. I counted my calories. A couple months ago, just counted my calories of what I was eating. I'm eating like 3,000 calories a day. Yeah, look, LA Wars. Yeah, I know. Man, you guys love that shit, don't you? So I eat between 3,000 and 4,000 calories sometimes, and I work out a lot. So, why was it so hard for me to lose so much weight? I mean, granted, I was overweight, extremely overweight, 317 pounds, but why was it so hard for me to lose the fat? And I wasn't eating a ton of food, so it didn't make a lot of sense. I wasn't eating like a whole pizza, or something like that. I wasn't doing things like that. I wasn't, gorging myself on pies and cake all day long. That's not what I was doing. So, again, I'm going to get a lot more feedback. I'm going to get a lot more testimonials. I'm going to get a lot more people talking to me about this and talking to me about just the simple fact that those items, the cornstarch, corn syrup, modified cornstarch, modified food starch, and MSG, those 5 items, I want to find out why they're in our foods. Now, she did say something, and I'm not going to quote her on it because I'm going to let her say it herself, but it was along the lines of, I asked the question of, why did the FDA approve for all this to be in our foods? And remember, I've now looked at over 250 items, and I would say between 70 and 80% of the items that I'm looking at has one of those 5 things in it. Some of them have both, either corn syrup or one of the starches, or actually, that's not true. Some of them have all 3. They have a starch, then they have the corn syrup, then they have the MSG. I mean, can you imagine eating that? Imagine how sick that would make you if you like the ingredients. Like if you ate a regular hot dog, just a regular hot dog, okay, and some of the ingredients in the foods for a regular chili cheese hot dog with mustard or mayo or ketchup or whatever is going to have MSG, corn syrup, and cornstarch in it. All right, it's going to make you sick. Imagine if you ate 3 hot dogs. You're fucking destroyed, right? So, anyways, I digress. That's just a couple of updates. Also, still working on the merch. Like I said, I'm talking to a couple of people, getting a couple of ideas on what I should do, how to move forward. But promise you, hashtag, blow up the sun. We're going to have some pretty cool shit. All right. We're going to be making fun of some people, like Pelosi and AOC. And we're going to be calling out the left and doing some pretty cool shit. I don't know if we'll ever get, big on it, but I'm not going to care. And my goal is not to make money on it. It's going to be a hobby. I'm going to take a portion of my money that I work with, and I'm going to put it in a separate account, and I'm going to have fun with it. And I'm just going to make limited supplies of them. So when they're gone, they're gone, guys. Whenever we get them, they're going to be basically a one-time thing. And then, if they get popular or whatever, we'll try to do it again later. But, it is what it is. I might do a thing after we sell it for the first time. I might do a thing on request where people will request them, and then I'll make them after they're requested. All right. So anyways, all right. So let's move on to our first story, the big story. Did Biden fall down a flight of stairs? So this is in Poland. Okay. See, when I first saw the video, I actually got this video about 14 hours before this one was made. All right. And it had nothing on it. It was it's the same video. It's grainy as shit. But a buddy of mine from California sent it to me. All he sent me was a video. There was no words, no nothing. This guy took the video and made a clip out of it. So I'm showing you with music and everything. So, because I like this one better than the other video. All right. Okay, and he calls it when you fall down the stairs of Air Force One. Now, before we get into this video, I want to make something abundantly clear out there, leftists, and all of you Antifa bitches, and all of you fucking pussies. Look, we don't know who this is falling down the stairs, but I will point something out. What'd they say? It was like the first time in 40 years or something that a president hasn't made an announcement on President's Day. I'm just saying. All right. That's kind of weird. I mean, dude, he slammed into that concrete too. Look. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. You'll shoot your eye out, Biden. So let's see if we can get a decent shot here. All right, so there we go. Okay. This is supposed to be him right here. See that? So let's watch it again. Yeah. Okay. And it's about the right size and it's a grainy video. I mean, I don't know. Dude. So what's up, Luis? Yeah. I mean, okay. Let's just say for the sake of argument that it is Biden. Okay. Let's throw that out there. All right. It would make sense. We've seen him fall before. We know he's not in the best of shape. We know he's kind of old. We know he's a little crazy in the head because of senility, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the fucking reason is, who fucking cares, okay? Look, if he fell down the flight of stairs, I haven't seen any fucking news on it yet. That doesn't mean that they're not talking about it. It doesn't mean that they haven't said something. I just haven't seen anything. And I mean, if we go to YouTube right now, I did it about an hour before we came on. Let's do this. Let's go to YouTube. I'm going on my phone. Give me a second. Patience. All right. Let's see here. Let's look up Biden falls. Let's see what comes up under it. Okay, we've got video. President Biden stumbles, falls while boarding Air Force One. Nope. Look at this. I'm scrolling. Look at that. And these are the top. So they give you the top responses. There's nothing on YouTube. They're blocking it. And this one that I'm showing you is on YouTube. Shouldn't this video be at the top of the list on YouTube? That's kind of crazy, right? Okay, so obviously they're suppressing this shit. Obviously they don't want us to look at it. Obviously they're not exactly the proudest people in the world right now. That's all I'm saying. All right, so we'll see. But at the same time, let's first off, if it is President Biden and he did fall on the stairs, I hope he's all right. I mean, dude, if he broke a couple bones, he's fucked. You know what it's like to break a bone when you're 80? That's not cool, man. Like, dude, it would never heal. I mean, he would just be fucked, But imagine if he broke his hip or broke bones in multiple places. Dude, he's fucking done. Shit. Like, he's D-U-N-N. He's done. All right, moving to the next one. Okay. Okay, this one, I wasn't really surprised on it. I actually was I think we all kind of knew this already. Higher cognitive ability, less concern for political correctness. Study finds. All right, so let's get into this, shall we? All right, so see the Black Lives Matter. I don't know where that is, but hey, I guess someone actually painted that. I don't know if that's a computer thing, but man, if someone put that on the concrete, dude, wow. Britain's. Oh, by the way, this is the Daily Skeptic. All sites and everything. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot. In Minecraft YouTube, everything that I said previous to this and everything I'll say after this, it's all on Minecraft. This is a dream. You're having a very bad dream. Go back to sleep, YouTube. Go back to sleep. Everything's going to be just fine. Britain's elite cultural institutions, the BBC, universities, the National Trust, are dominated by the woke. Since smart people tend to get ahead in life, you might assume the woke would have a higher intelligence. Not so. We got this guy. His name's not sure, according to a new study. Luis Drege, is that Drege? Yeah. Luis Drege and colleagues surveyed 300 North Americans, adults, using the platform Mechanical Turk to measure participants' cognitive ability. They administered the Amon's quick test, which involves correctly assigning words to pictures. Previous studies have shown that people's scores on the test correlate strongly with their scores on more comprehensive IQ tests, such as the Webster Adult Intelligence Scale. The researchers also assessed participant support for free speech and concern for political correctness. To measure the former, they constructed a 9-inch scale, or not, excuse me, a 9-item scale, 9-inch scale, compromising items such as every individual has an unalienable right to express their thoughts freely, and censorship of speech leaves little room for debate and diverse point of view. To measure the latter, they used a 7-item scale developed by 2 other researchers. It includes items such as I get mad when I hear someone use politically incorrect language, and I try to educate people around me about political meaning of their words. Dre and colleagues' key finding is shown in the first column of the table below. The values are correlation coefficients, a way of quantifying, I hate that word, how strongly related 2 variables are. Cognitive ability, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Emotional intelligence, 35.35 star. Freedom of speech, 0.31, 0.28. Concern for political correctness, intellectual humility. I don't know what any of these numbers mean. So empathy, all right. Empathic concern. And there you go. Perspective taking. All right. Okay. As you can see, there was a moderate positive correlation between cognitive ability and support for freedom of speech, and a moderate negative correlation between cognitive ability and concern for political correctness. Okay, so cognitive ability. What? I don't understand, because it's got a list and they're all the same, because he's got nothing across the board there. So, all right. The asterisks tell us these results are statistically significant. Okay. North Americans with higher cognitive ability are more supportive of free speech and less concerned with political correctness. They're less woke. One possibility is that this is only true among highly educated people. Indeed, the sample was skewed towards those with a university degree. 66% of participants had one, compared to less than 40% in the general population. Perhaps the correlations would have been weaker if the sample had been more representative. I can't rule this out. So he's saying 50% and 50%. 50% college educated, 50% non-college educated. Not going to university. Having said that, the study's findings are consistent with previous research that finds cognitive ability is associated with broadly classically liberal beliefs such as support for free speech, democracy, and rights for women, in opposition to state control of economy, which prompts the question, if the woke are less intelligent, how did they gain so much influence? Well, I can give you an answer to that shit. It's called, what's that word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah, 2 words, right? Social media. Fucks. Anyways, so basically, in a nutshell, you're less intelligent if you believe in if you believe in political correctness. You're more intelligent if you don't like it. So all these motherfuckers walking around, screaming about abortion and trans rights and fucking what is it? What was my favorite one? Oh yeah, all sex is rape. Okay. I want to chime in on this. All right, I don't think that it's necessarily that they're unintelligent. Okay, I do believe that IQs have gone down, but I don't think it's because people are stupid. I think it's because it's on purpose. I think that universities are basically making it harder for people to be able to be intelligent. And it probably even starts in school. I mean, go to fucking Africa and go talk to African tribes and tell them that they're gay because they won't have sex with a man who says he's a woman. Let's see how that works out for you. Okay? Go to fucking, I don't know. Go to, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Let's go to Colombia. Go to Colombia and be a feminist. Go to Russia and be a feminist. Or trans rights in Russia. Yeah. You'll be dead in about, as soon as like one of the police officers see you. Or you'll just get thrown in jail and, go to their version of what the gulag is now, right? All I'm saying is, if you're in America, we have a lot of rights. And here, women have more rights than any other country in the world. All right? You have every rights and more than men do. You're not oppressed. Okay? Get the fuck over yourself. You've got a vagina. Congratulations. Go check out at the store and get your 10% off of Vaseline or the fuck it is you want. I don't give a shit. Look, you're in America. You're free. You're born free. Okay? You can't tell me one right that you have or that don't have that men have. It's not possible. As a matter of fact, you have more rights. Okay? Okay? I'm channeling my inner Andrew Tate there. Man, I hope you get out soon, bro. Seriously. I think what they're doing to you is totally fucked up. Okay, this is the only article from Gateway Pundit we're going to do tonight. By the way, I'm going to start doing less articles and more of the videos and clips. I'm getting a better response from people with videos and clips. So we're going to do less articles. We're still going to talk about some of the news. When we do guests, we'll talk about news from the guests, stuff like that. But also, I'll try to bring some more guests on because we haven't had any in a while. The problem that I'm having is and I kind of knew this was going to happen anyways, but there's a lot of people that just don't want to talk about the woke PC culture, and they don't want to get into politics, and they're afraid they're going to get banned or whatever, and I get it. And in some ways I sympathize, but in other ways I'm like, well, dude, if we don't speak up, then who the fuck's going to talk for the common man? Like if we don't speak up, who will? That's kind of where I'm at on that. Anyways. All right. It's worse than first reported. Illinois has 930 schools where only 1 in 10 children can do math at grade level. Now, for a little bit of context here, I believe it was yesterday, some big fat ass got on TV. Yes, I'm fat shaming YouTube and Minecraft. Some big fucking dude got on TV, fucking an asshole, and made the most ridiculous statement, because I don't think they understand this. He was comparing Illinois' children learning to Florida's learning, saying that they're better than them when Florida's like number 3 in the United States of America for, learning, for basic learning, and they're number 1 for higher learning. So I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, but he also made the mistake of saying that Chicago or Illinois is one of the best states for learning. I think they're number 12. I could be wrong on that, but that's overall. But apparently in math, they suck. Look at that. Only 1 in 10 children can do math at grade level. Congratulations, liberals. Students in many Illinois schools are so far behind, they will be lucky to ever catch up. The Gateway Pundit reported on Valentine's Day on the latest data coming out of Illinois schools. In 53 schools in the state, not one child could do math at grade level. In 30 schools, not a single student can read above, they did reading too, at grade level. Wow. Damn. Let's see. 6-figure salaries and pensions and zero accountability for #Illinois teachers. 97% of teachers rated excellent for proficient despite dismal student outcomes. What the fuck? 97% of teachers rated excellent or proficient? I wonder how much of that is excellent or proficient. I wonder if it's like 80% proficient, 70% excellent. You know what I mean? Because putting these two together is kind of weird. I mean, I'm all for the accurate shit, but like let's be realistic about this. Putting these two words together, or proficient, I mean, excellent could be 10% and proficient could be 87%. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't like that, but it's Gateway Pundit. What were we fucking expecting? This column focuses on schools where 0% kids are able to read or do math, but we could have just as easily looked at 622 schools that were only 1 out of no fucking way. 0% of kids are able to read or do math? That's what? Okay. All right, I guess out of the 53 schools, okay. And out of 622 schools, 1 out of 10 kids or less can read at grade level. That's a whopping 18% of the state's 3,547 schools that tested students in 2022. That is a staggering number. Let's think about it. I mean, that's a ridiculous number. That's a lot of students. What, the average elementary school's got, 500 kids? Right? That's scary. And only 1 out of 10 kids or less could do math at a grade level in 930 schools. That's more than a quarter of all schools in the state. Just looking at 2022, 97.2 teachers were rated excellent or proficient, but only 29.9, 30% of students can read at grade level. Meanwhile, the new superintendent of the schools statewide was picked from a district where only 2 out of 10 students can read at grade level. Doesn't this seem like unrealistic numbers? Like it's been fabricated? I mean, man, what the fuck? Anybody following Wirepoint's recent reporting of Illinois' education crisis already knows the numbers statewide. Just one of every 10 black students can read at grade level. And for Hispanics, it's 2 in every 10. For white students, it's better, but still a dismal 4 in 10, 40%. It's not an exaggeration to say the state's public school are condemning an entire generation of Illinois' children to failure. Wow. That's insane. Just thinking about that is crazy. What the fuck? Oh my God. Anyways, okay, that's like really depressing. Okay, I don't know how much you guys are paying attention to the Alec Baldwin thing, but we got some Alec Baldwin news. All right. Alec Baldwin. Do something, Alec Baldwin. All right. Victory for Alec Baldwin as Santa Fe prosecutors drop key gun enhancement charge in Rust shooting death of Helena Hutchins. Embarrassment for DA for belatedly spotting basic legal error. Prosecutors have dropped a key charge against Alec Baldwin, which would have seen him jailed for 5 years after shooting dead Rust cinematographer Helena Hutchins. The Santa Fe County District Attorney's Office has dropped a gun enhancement charge against the actor, meaning that even if he is convicted of the involuntary manslaughter charge, he may not spend any time behind bars. A lawyer on behalf of Baldwin filed a motion excoriating prosecutors for going after the actor with a law that did not apply to him last week. Initially, the gun enhancement charge was tacked onto his involuntary manslaughter charges, but Santa Fe DA's office confirmed to DailyMail.com that it was removed on Friday. The charge requires the person who has used the gun to brandish the weapon, meaning the gun was displayed with intent to intimidate or injure a person. Different attorney's offices drop guns. All right. At the time of the shooting, Baldwin was on set shooting for Rust, meaning that it is unlikely that the charge meets the New Mexico law. However, a new amendment to the law means that brandishing is no longer needed. A change that happened 7 months after the fatal incident. Santa Fe District Attorney said in a statement, in order to avoid further litigious distractions by Mr. Baldwin and his attorneys, the district attorney and the special prosecutor have removed the firearm enhancement to involuntary manslaughter charges in the death of Helena Hutchins on the Rust film set. The prosecution's priority is securing justice, not securing billable hours for big city attorneys. The aggressive statement comes days after Baldwin's lawyers argued about the charge, citing the change in the law in their arguments. Baldwin and Rust armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed were both charged with involuntary manslaughter in January as prosecutors cited criminal disregard for safety. They have now both had the enhanced charges against them dropped, less than a month after they were brought. In their motion filed on February 10th, Baldwin's lawyers asked Judge Mary Marlowe Salmer to throw out the enhancement violation completely. Who the fuck is that? Rust armor Hannah Gutierrez Reed was charged alongside Baldwin. Why is she? I guess there was a picture she was taking while she was on set. Okay, weird. All right. Baldwin is pictured from left to right. Hutchins on the set of Rust before the death in October. That's Hutchins right there. All right. Person who has used the guns to brandish the weapon, meaning the gun was displayed with intent to intimidate or injure a person. His legal team, led by New York attorney Luke Nikas, said, the prosecutors committed a basic legal error by charging Mr. Baldwin under a version of the firearm enhancement statute that did not exist on the date of the accident. That version of the statute could not apply to conduct that occurred before it was enacted. DailyMail.com has reached out to Baldwin's lawyers for a comment regarding the recent developments. It comes after it was revealed that Helena's husband will testify in court after she was killed by a bullet on the prop gun. Matthew Hutchins was added to the New Mexico District Attorney's witness list to testify in the primary hearing on February 4th. All right. I guess the rest of it's just them just talking about it, picturing her. There she is right there. Young lady, dead. Yeah, and he's going to get off for it. He's not going to... he'll probably more than likely be found guilty for mishandling a weapon. They'll find some low charge. He'll have to pay some, $5 million fine, something like that. And then he'll get taken to civil court and the husband will sue him for $50 million. They'll agree to, $10 million, and that'll be the end of it. So 4 years from now, 6 years from now, the husband will get like $5 million, $10 million. He'll pay Alec Baldwin will pay a $5 fine, probably not even go on probation. And that woman will be dead. And her life will basically be listed as $10 to $15 million. There's a line in Preacher. I'll never forget it. I told my woman this. She loved it. There's a line in it. And, Preacher's a great book, by the way. If you haven't checked out my videos on Preacher, when I first started doing that, I was a little bit fatter, and really raw, dude, just like me, just holding a comic book up to the screen. But it's like one of my first videos. But there's a line in Preacher, and their best friend just lost them like $1.5 million in cars that they were heisting. And, she apologizes to Jesse and Tulip. Tulip O'Hara with blue eyes and blonde hair and white skin. I'm referring to the show because the show was fucking garbage. Woke fucking bullshit. Anyways, so he turns to her and he's like, it's just $1 million. There's only one of you. You're worth way more than that to us, basically. There's only one of you. And there's no value in human life. And I know one person dying is worth. And talking to me about death is one thing. I've been surrounded, about it my whole life, Marine Corps, even before that, and after. But the fact that she died, and I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that Alec Baldwin took that gun and pointed it at her on purpose because he's just a douchebag. He's an asshole. There's been reports of shit that he's done. I don't think that he pulled the trigger to kill her. I don't think that's what happened. I think the motherfucker was like, and fuck you, and didn't realize that there was a bullet left in there from when they went shooting the day before. Don't think people haven't figured this shit out, Alec. Okay? Like, Kim Jong-un ain't here to help you no more, bro. Okay? He ain't going to save your ass this time. But you're probably going to get off because you're rich. And that pathetic fucking bullshit of throwing your family in front of you, dude. Everybody heard you in that fucking restaurant talking shit to your wife and your daughter, bro. They know that you don't give two shits about your family, dude. Okay? You just don't want to go to a federal pound me in the ass fucking prison because you know what's going to happen to your bitch ass when you get there. But, this whole bullshit, because if that was a regular dude, let's just say that a regular dude pointed a gun that he thought was empty at someone and shot them, they would still be in jail right now. Unless they got their bond, which they wouldn't have been able to afford. Okay? He's been free. Has he even gone to jail? I don't think he spent one day in jail. I think he's been out the whole time. I don't think he went to jail once. It's like the Jussie Smollett thing. Juicy should have fucking been in prison for what he did. He tried to get two random motherfucking white dudes. Just two random guys. All right? Because he blamed it on two white guys. He didn't care. He was like, they were wearing MAGA hats. All right. So the cops would have just gone and found 2 random white dudes that would have been in the area and arrested them. 2 white guys walking down the street would have gotten arrested if they hadn't found that shit was fucking bullshit. All right. These guys don't give a fuck about us, man. They don't care about the little fucking people. They don't care about the shit that we go through on a daily basis. And granted, again, I don't think that he just pointed a gun at a person wanting to kill him, but I do think he pointed a gun at a person just being a dick. And every person that knows anything about firearms, okay, knows you don't point anything you don't intend to shoot, period. All right, I'll take it a step further. You don't point at anything you don't intend to stop or kill. That's the rule, man. You know. Anyways, let's go to the last story before we get to the cool videos. This is a pretty big topic right now. If you guys don't know what Project Veritas is, Project Veritas was a very important organization that they were outing the pharma people, man. Dude, they just dropped a video like 2 weeks ago getting these motherfuckers to admit on fucking hidden camera. This gay dude was on a fucking date with a guy, all right? And he admitted, bragging, that they fucking changed the virus and made it fucking susceptible to fucking humans and more effective. He did it on camera. And that's because of Project Veritas, because of James O'Keefe. So after that video dropped, apparently James O'Keefe got a little too big for his own britches, according to people. And someone got to the fucking, what is it called? Someone got to the board members because it's owned. It's a nonprofit. So they have board members. So the board members basically came out and they said that he was abusive and treated people like crap. I think they said sexual harassment, brought up a bunch of bullshit charges. All of it sounds like total crap. So James O'Keefe responded and said that he's resigning and that he's going to start his own shit. I got all the support in the world for James O'Keefe. I hope James O'Keefe, even Tim Pool was talking about it. And Tim Pool's had him on his show. You know, like I believe he's going to be fine. I don't even think this is even, I think he's like, but it is important to point out that after the most important video they ever made got released 2 weeks later, the motherfucker's out of his own company that he started. I'm just saying, okay. James O'Keefe removed from Project Veritas. Watch 30 seconds from James O'Keefe, blah, 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 Citizen Free Press. Okay. So let's see here. I think will it show here? It might. I don't know if it'll do it or not. Let's see. Not now. Fuck off. Here we go. Okay.
As I was staring at this, my first question on the phone to this guy, my colleague, as I was staring at this agenda when the stewardess was asking me to get off the phone, was, quote, "What are we going to tell our supporters if I'm removed from my position?" I think that's the first question. I had 100 questions, but that was the first one. My colleague, who is an officer of Project Veritas, responded by saying our supporters wouldn't have to find out.
Wow.
My first question on the phone to this.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess that kind of answers that question. But let's see here. Bannon breaks down the situation. I'm trying to get the story. Since it's already out there, here are my heartfelt remarks to my staff this morning. I need to make it clear that I have not resigned from the company, Project Veritas. I founded it 13 years ago. I was stripped of my position as the CEO and chairman. I came to the PV right here. What's this? Will this open it up? Let's see if that opens it up. All right.
President's Day, but I think it's fitting that, you know, we're here on President's Day. So I wrote these so I could get the words right, you know, but it's obviously from the heart. And I wanted to do this in person with you all, not over a Zoom or Teams. And, you know, he's going to film it. And these are intended just for the family here at Project Veritas.
Here, I'm going to drop this link in.
This is just for us. I recognize that when you send something out to 60 people, but I'm not.
Because it's 44 minutes long. Okay. I'll drop the link in the chat in just a second. So he made it. He made that thing. There is, how long is this? Here it is right here. This is it. I just got it right here. Okay, so this is it. Now, I've seen a couple of snippets from this, but he basically goes into it, and he tells you exactly what happened. He did not want to be removed from it. The theory going right now, that I've talked to a couple people that have put some thought into this, and I've talked to a couple people that don't like him, and we all kind of agree on the same thing. Because they tried to go after him several times before, and they couldn't make anything stick to him. They raided this guy's house. Remember that. Those of you that haven't been following this at all, the FBI went to his house like 3 a.m. in the morning. They pulled one of those 3 a.m. raids and took every piece of electronic equipment. They tried to say, if I'm remembering this correctly, I could be wrong, but they tried to say he had Hunter Biden's laptop. And that's why they were raiding his house. I think that's what happened. I don't know. But anyways, he goes through some stuff. Check out the video. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. And we got some comments. Dude, Shadow, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Long time no chat. Dude, yeah. Dude, welcome. You're always welcome, bro. Here, I'm going to put this in the chat. You guys check it out when you want to. But it's good. Because, okay, I want you guys to think about this. This is why I want to talk about this, all right? Like, if they can go after guys like Andrew Tate, if they can go after guys like James O'Keefe, okay, they can come after anyone. Doesn't matter who it is, okay? I mean, they went to Donald Trump's house, Mar-a-Lago. They didn't give a fuck, okay? I mean, anyone that's going against their thought police and going against their regime, it's 1984. And there are people out there that refuse to see this. Okay, just because we don't agree with them, now we're the enemy because we don't agree with you. That's how this is going to work now. So if I'm correct in assuming or guessing, anything that anyone says or does that goes against your ideology or your satanic death cult, I'm now an enemy of the state because James O'Keefe just got it out of a company that he created, that he was CEO and head of the board, chairman. And we think they got dirt on his board members. Someone was sticking their dick in something they weren't supposed to. Maybe someone's got a ladyboy fucking addiction in fucking Thailand or something. They got some fucking video on. Who fucking knows? Dude, like all I'm saying is that it's fucked up. Like it really is, dude. Hey, Shadow, man, if you want to come on for a minute, I'll drop this in the link. I don't know if you can or can't. But I think Creators took off, bro. He's always busy as shit, but he's always welcome to come on too. Creators, if you're still here, bro, you can come in also. But like, this is really important, okay? Because if they're coming after the guys that are trying to give us the truth about pharma, about the virus from China, about the jab, about fucking masks, because that's what Project Veritas was doing, and Hunter Biden's laptop. They're specifically coming after the people that are trying to out the information that they don't want us to have. So, what the fuck? Also, I wanted to check this real quick. Let's see if I made it. I am officially, yes. Okay. So I went to 300 today, by the way, guys. I went to 300. I woke up this morning. I had 300 followers. Let's just stream and the wife just got home. Oh, dude, it's all gravy, bro. Don't worry about it, man. I just put that just because I'm just happy to see you, bro. You can put me in the background, man. Let me just talk my gab away. I'm just glad you came in and said hello, bro. But I got up this morning. I was very happy. I had hit 300. Okay. I was like, yeah. All right. So it went to 303 and then it went down to 300, like 10 minutes before I started the show. And then it went back up to 301. So I was like, am I going to make it to the show with 300? But dude, it's really cool. In the last like 10 days, I've gotten, I think, 98 followers. So thank you. I don't know why you guys like me so much. I have a funny suspicion it's because, of a certain love for a certain country, But hey, everyone's welcome. I hope everyone gets something from my shows. Everyone gets something from my videos. Oh, hey, Shadowhawk. I had my second shooting with the staccato. So definitely go check it out. I actually got the damn thing sighted in. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to shoot the damn thing. So I finally got it sighted in. And dude, it's crazy though, because my Beretta that I've had forever, you know, dude, I could shoot at like 25 yards with it. And ever since I put the new trigger system, I went from a 9-pound to a 2.5-pound. Dude, it's like, and I'm like shooting at groups like this. It's great, dude. So, but, and I got some work I'm doing on the 9 too. So, but the staccato is amazing. If I ever get as good with the staccato as I am with my Beretta, dude, I can only imagine that because they shoot completely differently. Totally soon. Oh yeah, I know, right? YTF-ery. YT. Oh yeah, YouTube fucker. But well, it's like, you know, it's like that. Remember that first big one that I did? Remember that? And I had like 19 people watching me, right? I had 126 views of that, or 100. It was 196 views on that stream. And then the next day, I only had like 63 views. And then I think I had, remember, I got to 50. I got to 50 subs, remember, during that show. And then the next morning I woke up, I only had 39. Yeah, dude. So I don't know what you're saying holy shit to, maybe to the staccato. I got the staccato XC, dude. And it is an amazing weapon, dude. It is absolutely amazing. Go check out the video. I made 3 videos. I even made a community post on it. So I could link it all together. And hope you guys like it. I'm going to be making some more videos. I got a request for shotguns. So I'll be doing my heavily modified Mossberg 500. And of course, if you guys don't know what a Sega is, a Sega 12, it's the semi-automatic shotgun. It's got the big ass drum on the bottom, the big ass clip, and then it's got a drum like this. So I'll be doing that. It's like, boom. Now, it's heavily modified too, but it just doesn't look as cool. It's got the AK-47 frame. It doesn't look as cool as the Mossberg because I've got the Mossberg so modified, it looks like something out of a John Wick movie. So it's just kind of funny. Yeah, dude, go for it, bro. So, all right. So we're done with stories. I'm going to try to do things a little bit differently this time. I'm going to do YouTube shorts, I find, and kind of talk about them because apparently people like to hear me talk. Who'd have thought? So instead of doing so many news stories, I'm going to start doing some funny videos and some thoughts on the videos. So we'll become more of we're still going to do the hot stories. And if I find an interesting story or we have a news break in the middle of the broadcast, I will try to go for it. But I really think that people are really liking when we deal with some of the pop culture shit. So that's what we're going to deal with. Okay. So let's go here. You guys, I'm going to bring back a favorite character of mine. That is Debo. Okay. Why is it not showing me the whole screen? There we go. Okay. This is Debo. Okay. If you guys haven't seen Frido, this is the guy that got knocked the fuck out with a brick. Okay.
I don't do that gay stuff on TV. You had to get some other black person to do that stuff. I'm talking, that's gutter. But they all confess they love the Lord. But you cannot compromise yourself if you love the Lord.
Hey, man, brother.
So I play tough guys, but young kids want to be soldiers. Young kids don't want to follow a guy to wear a dress. You know what I'm talking about. They don't like me in Hollywood.
Why did they not like you?
I don't wear dresses. But
see, and I think this guy dropped this because if you guys were paying attention this last week, okay, John Cena put on a dress, thigh highs, and a garter belt and heels, and went out in public. John Cena. Yeah, the guy that sold himself out to China, the one that was like, oh, Hachiba, me so sorry. Yeah, that guy. Because he said Taiwan is its own country. Taiwan is its own fucking country, China. They got their independence from you. No matter how many Americans you get to make stupid apology videos, it ain't going to matter. They're still going to be their own country. Fucking assholes. All right. That video was from the 90s, by the way. They wanted to put Debo in the 90s in a gay scene. Debo. Wow. Okay. Here's one from Beetlejuice, or as she now is so lovingly known as the Little Giant. This is great. You guys are gonna love this shit. All right. They're calling it "Be Careful What You Wish For." I'm calling it. I mean, are you really surprised?
Any vote coming on the side for somebody not named Lightfoot is a vote for Chewy Garcia or Paul Bell. That's it. If you want them controlling your fate and your destiny, then stay home. Then don't vote. But we've got to do better. All right? We have this moment, this opportunity to take control of our own destiny, and that means we've got to get out and vote. No one can stay home.
But you said...
Then stay home. Then don't vote. And that means we've got to get out and vote. No one can stay home.
So which one should we do?
Okay, am I the only person when looking at her? I mean, it's really hard for me to take it seriously because I don't believe she's real. Like, a part of my brain thinks it's like a South Park episode. Like, she's a character they drew, and we're supposed to believe that it's a real person.
Those who support the governor should stay with him and vote for him, and I don't want your vote.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis takes a second term in a big way, winning in a landslide over former Governor Charlie Crist.
And I don't want your vote.
If you want them controlling your fate and your destiny, then stay home. Then don't vote.
Be careful what you wish for. You get it.
You know, actually, after seeing what's his name in Pennsylvania, seriously, oh shit, is this what Cena thing was about? I mean, dude, I don't know why John Cena wore a dress, dude. I don't know why he was in thigh highs and heels. I don't know, dude, but dude, what the fuck? Like, I remember when John Cena was the World Wrestling Federation champ. He's just a bitch now. He's a bitch to China. Dude, Hollywood is basically telling him to just go do anything, and he just goes and does it because he doesn't want to lose his fucking job, I guess. I don't fucking know. Dude, I tried, dude. I turned it up to like 90, and it wasn't just you guys. I could barely hear it too. I think it's the video. I don't know what it was. It barely played though. You're right. Hey, in my defense, my phone made it blast, so I don't know why. But anyways, Beetlejuice is right, bro. Here's a good one. How much does it take to go carbon free? I tried, dude. On the video itself, I went on there and it, the settings, like when I was doing, I'll check on this one, but for some reason the volume went way down. I don't know why. All right, so this one is called "How much does it cost to go carbon free by 2050?" That's a little wordy. So I would go here, right? Settings. Nope. This is the replay volume. Yeah, here, okay. That's what it was. I guess it went down. Who knows? Let's turn that bitch all the way up.
Seeking, do you know how much it will cost to make the United States of America carbon neutral by 2050?
Depends how you do it. If we do it all in the federal budget with directed things, it'll be
Public and
super
private
expensive.
dollars.
Sorry?
Public and private dollars. It's ultimately private dollars anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
So how much?
You're going to look at $50 trillion.
$50 trillion.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. If we spend $50 trillion to make the United States of America carbon neutral by 2050, how much will that lower world temperatures?
I can't answer that because we don't know what China and India and the rest of the globe has done.
Okay. Have you heard anybody from the Biden administration say how much it will lower world temperatures?
No.
Does anybody know how much it will lower world temperatures? No?
No one can know for sure.
Okay.
No one can know for sure. Okay, because remember, we're going no fossil fuels to save the earth. Okay, that's why we're going no fossil fuels, right? Like they just passed in the parliament in Europe, okay? No fossil fuel burning machines by 2035. Good fucking luck with that shit. All right. I just got a new truck. And dude, it burns about 15 miles a gallon, I think. At least 15 miles a gallon. So I mean, like, as far as just the sheer fact of that right there, like I mean, and my truck by 2035 would still be relatively new and good, you know. So what, we're just gonna have everybody just turn in their cars by 2035? But I mean, I'm sorry, excuse me, a brand new car in Europe right now. Sorry, I'm wrong, my bad. All right, I'm talking about Europe's policy or whatever. So the people that just bought a brand new car that expect to keep it for 10 years, they're not going to be allowed to use it and have to buy a car that costs 3 times as much. Because here's the deal. Okay, we're going to watch a video here in a second. Okay, the new super truck from fucking what's his name? Elon Musk, right? The new super truck from Elon Musk cost this guy like $20 for 45 minutes of charging, and they only got 60 miles on the charge. $20 for 60 miles. Think about that. That's fucked up. You'll see that video in a second, or when I'm showing it. All right. They popped up again. Why men should fear women? All right. Why men should fear women? Okay. So some context. This is the British guy. I always forget his name. Piers Morgan. I think that's right. And he's, you know, I always get weird vibes from Pierce, man. I can't tell if he's on our side, if he's on their side, but on this one, he's on our side. So check it out.
Alpha, then they wouldn't be that bothered by this. Doesn't really help us when it comes to boys growing up. And that is one of my worries, that for teenage boys now, they are so terrified of.
Oh, and by the way, it has nothing to do with the fact that a man is an alpha, a beta, omega, nothing like that. Okay? This has to do with an agenda of the feminist groups, just like this bitch you're about to see here talk in a second, that literally want men to cower, bow down, and worship them as the fucking gods they think they are.
Of the consequences of putting a foot out of line. It's hard enough being a young teenager, working out how things are, working out how to do dating and all of that, without the terror that if you touch in the wrong place at the wrong time, you may find that your whole life is destroyed.
See, I
and
like that
far
terror.
too much.
I like that.
As a mother of a teenage boy, I don't like that terror.
That's the malicious thing I've ever heard.
I think that men should be frightened.
I think
that attitude actually is part of the problem too. That's, to me, toxic femininity.
Is that healthy?
Yes, I think it is actually. I think it's better to not have a physical relationship than to have one that could.
Okay, now look at her. Okay, she's probably never had to pay for a drink in her life. Okay, she's probably been able to get whatever she wants. She has her little pretty privilege, right? Blonde hair, blue eyes. Okay, she's probably had to deal with no problem whatsoever, ever, just because of the simple fact that she could probably get what she wants because she's a pretty woman. Talking about how men need to be afraid to approach them. She's probably had hundreds of men in her life approach her to give her things. And she's talking about how men need to be afraid of women. Think about the contradiction there.
Ruin a woman's life.
But then how do they ever start?
Well, don't. If you're not 100%
Don't.
sure.
What are you going to have? A bunch of Newton boys who never
it's
had?
so obvious.
We actually
It's
do
sort
have
of
that.
like-
Gen Z is having far less sexual relationships
Yes,
than any
they are. It's true.
And
Young
hang
people
on.
have stopped having sex.
They have. Because remember, 33% of men between the ages of 18 and 30 are either a virgin or they haven't had sex in a year. I wonder how many women, because there's no study on this that I can find, between the ages of 18 and 30 right now are virgins or haven't had sex in a year. You think that there's a large number there? I'm just saying. Who am I? I'm just some crazy white dude that doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, right? I'm a toxic male. Poison is the easy answer. It's what they are known for historically. Mental poison is as bad as physical. Dude, you are not fucking around, man. Oh, shout out, Sergeant. Dude, shout out. Thought you were going to come on, bro. Damn.
Hell, I didn't think I was, brother, but the wife decided to go take an inordinately long shower, so here I am.
Oh, dude. Well, welcome to the fucking show, man. How the fuck are you, bro?
Nice to see you, bro. Hey, how you been?
Man, dude, I can't complain. I got sick again when I got back.
I saw that, dude. The last video I saw, you were like all raspy and fucking.
Yeah. It was pretty bad, dude. I don't know what the fuck it was, man, but the doctor said I picked up something on the plane on the way back, and they
So
said
it wasn't the new and improved strain.
you know what, dude? I've heard about this, but I've also heard that's total bullshit. So
Exactly. I think it's all been bullshit myself.
Pretty much. I mean, dude, I've had COVID 3 times, dude. Okay. And the only time that it really sucked was the first time I had it. The other 2 times I had it, I was done in 3 days. 3 days.
See, here's the thing for me, bro. When the whole thing started, right?
Mm.
And I don't want to do anything to get your channel in trouble, but just historically speaking, from what I've seen,
It's all in Minecraft, YouTube. It's all in Minecraft. Everything. This is all.
Historically, what I've seen from living in the Midwest, where we get flu season bad every year, right?
Mhm.
We average, I think, 100 to 150,000 people die every year from just the regular flu, right?
It's right now. I did the numbers on this when we first started because I was actually one of those people that actually hacked all the numbers. I got a whole bunch of theories on this whole shit, but on a low year, we'll kill 27,000. The highest we ever did was when we had the swine flu during Obama's reign, and that was 183,000.
Okay, so I mean, every year we have a good amount of people getting fucked up.
I would say if we don't count Obama's year, Shadow, we're still averaging between 27 and 60,000. That's a good number right there.
But you know what the crazy thing is, dude? For 3 years, until just this year, I have never heard a single thing about what about the seasonal flu? What about the one that comes around every year and fucking kills those 27, 28,000 people? What about that?
I've got your answer. Here it is. Ready? They forgot about it.
Whenever
you used to look at the whenever you look at the stats for the flu during the first couple of years, all right, check this out. It went down to 2,700 cases of flu. 2,300 cases.
Well, dude, I
so that's bullshit, dude. That's total fucking bullshit. It's not like the flu stopped getting people sick. Like no. And then we found out about the death, the COVID related ones. Did you hear about that shit? Like,
oh yeah,
dudes would get shot like in the fucking head, like brains all over their.
And then they would test them and go, "Oh, it was COVID."
No, they would say COVID related. So they
yeah.
would have it in the stats for fucking COVID, dude. That is total horseshit.
they had a guy get killed in a gang shootout here in Chicago in the middle of all that stuff. Yeah. He got shot like 19 times. His official cause of death when they investigated it after they put him to the hospital was fucking COVID related.
No!
I laughed my ass off.
Can you imagine the doctors in that room? Well, Bob, I mean, seems pretty evident to me how he died. Yeah, you're right, Stephen. This is definitely COVID. Yeah, it sure as fuck is COVID. Man, if he hadn't had COVID, he probably would have lived after that 19th shot. Yeah, Bob, I'm pretty sure he would have lived. Well, that's another COVID death. Next. Yeah. There's like
all 19 of these shots would have been non-fatal if it wasn't for that damn COVID. Yeah.
I've read so many, I have my own theories on this shit. And I can't prove really
people have been run over by cars, dude.
Yes. Dude, there's a picture. Okay, I know you've probably seen this picture floating around for like the last 15 years, but there's a picture of a dude that hit the back of a semi and a bike going like 200 miles an hour. So he went through the back of the what is it? The roll-up door. So his head is in the roll-up door. This is an actual death. Okay. And he's just sitting there hanging like this. All right.
Oh, damn.
So I can't find that meme anymore, but there was a meme of that dude. This is from like 15 years ago. And they were like, the meme said, poor bastard. Bet you wish he hadn't had COVID. And he's just like, he's like hanging there, just dead as fuck, like this,
Yeah.
But
I bet you wish he would have got vaccinated.
Yeah, I bet you wish he had the jab. But no, dude, like, you know, but that's something that's just been released too, though. Is they just released from Europe, YouTube. I did a video on it last
Bro,
week.
did you see
You
Italy
didn't
is
cancel me
going
last week,
after?
YouTube. Yeah, dude. Japan's going after him. The story I did last week, Japan is actually suing the fucking companies that made the jab because the jab is causing more people to get sick than the people that actually got COVID without the jab. They're suing them. So,
Italy is directly going after Bill Gates. They
Yes.
fucking named him directly.
like Bill Gates. And here's my whole thing with this. Okay, you missed my show last week. I'm doing this kick on corn syrup and all kinds of shit. So like my video, my live last week was all about our food, about our nutrition.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look,
It's all fucked up.
It's all fucked up. I think, and this is just my personal opinion, YouTube. This is not a conspiracy theory. I think one of the reasons why they're getting us so fat, like Americans, and I'm only talking about Americans, okay? I think one of the reasons why we're so fat is because they're on purposely making us fat with our food. And think about it. What was the number one thing besides old age that got you sick whenever you got COVID?
Fucking obesity.
Fucking obesity, dude. So I mean, all the people that got sick, if you go look at the stats, I forget what the number was, but it was a high stat. A lot of the fat people that died, a lot of people that died were fat. And yes, YouTube, I'm fat shaming. Go fuck yourself. So like, look.
But exactly, Vincent, here's the whole thing though, too. Is because even without fucking COVID, these people that are obese, when you're actually, clinically obese.
Obese, yes.
It is bad for you.
Yes.
It is not. It's not fat shaming at that point. It's bad for you.
Well,
so now you've got problems with your organs, your joints, your lungs, probably, already. And then you get some kind of horrible infection. Yeah, that's going to screw you up. It might take you down.
Well, what was it? I'm trying to remember what it was. There was a guy that talked about this. There's that British woman that's going around the world telling people not to be fat. And okay, so who was it that made the video? I think it was like one of the man, what is his fucking name? He's this really cool dude though. He makes all these really cool videos. I put him on here a lot. But so she walks into a room and there's 3 fat chicks in the room. I mean, we're not talking fat. By the way, everyone, obesity means you're 51 pounds over your supposed projected weight. So everybody has a projected weight. So if you're 5'2", you're supposed to weigh like 98 pounds if you're a female, something like that. Okay.
Right. Like 98 to 103.
103. So if you're at that 51 mark, that 51 pound past the 103 mark, that means you're obese. Okay. So she walks in this room. You've probably seen her before. She's the ugly white chick that's like the fitness, like total fitness chick, She actually put on 50 pounds just to prove that by being obese, she could lose the weight. She lost the fucking weight, shut everybody the fuck up because they were like, well, you've got skinny privilege and you don't know what it's like to be fat. So this
she gained 50 pounds.
She put on 50 pounds to prove them wrong, dude. It was great. So
that's awesome.
So she walks into this room, she takes off her jacket, and the heaviest fucking bitch, right? The fattest chick in the fucking room immediately starts just going after her. Because the moment she walks in, she's like, okay, so this is what we're going to do. You're all fat, all right? And I'm going to tell you guys what you have to do to lose weight. And the woman's like, you don't know my life. You don't know what I've been through. No matter what you say. I mean, just going crazy. So she's like, look, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but that's your feelings. I'm telling you, you're fat. And then she's like, you just assaulted me with your words. You're threatening me with your words. I'm going to call the police.
God.
Dude, she tells her to go call the police. This fat fucking cunt walks outside, calls the police, and says, I want her arrested and thrown in jail for hate speech. She just used hate speech towards me. She said that I was fat. She can't fat shame me. That's illegal. Dude.
The cops laugh at her.
It's Europe, dude.
Europe is crazy.
Yeah, dude. So like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I know that Australia had a guy arrested for putting that swastika gay flag on. He reposted that swastika gay flag. Australia went to his house and arrested him. So,
dude, I know England has had people actually arrested for like
didn't they arrest
internet
the dude
hate,
in Scotland? Yeah,
internet hate speech.
yeah.
Like,
There was a dude in Scotland got arrested for calling a guy in a club a faggot. He was calling his buddy a faggot. They were fucking with each other, like
Right.
talking back and forth. And because a gay dude heard him say that, he called the police and had him arrested.
exactly. That's
So,
insane.
I mean, you know what, dude?
Freaking completely insane.
Anything's possible. So, but dude, one thing that I've learned since I've been doing this shit. By the way, I'm at 300. Can you believe I'm at 300, dude? Can you believe
Dude,
that
that's
shit?
awesome. Yeah, that's amazing.
I was like,
Bro, I'm over 100 now.
oh, good. Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Damn, fuck yeah.
Dude.
Look at us growing. Oh, here,
Well,
growing.
I don't know if you heard or not. Rex got suspended on Super Bowl Sunday for a week.
For what?
And
what the fuck did Rex do?
Rex said something about the election.
Oh.
And YouTube struck him. They hit him for a week. But they didn't tell him until last Wednesday.
Okay.
So he hits me at Wednesday morning while I'm at work. He's like, Shadow, can we do the show on your channel? Because I don't know what to do. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I've never done StreamYard before. You know that. I've never even live streamed. So I've spent the last week just like learning StreamYard.
Hey, I mean,
we're back on Rex's channel tomorrow.
That's cool, dude. That's cool. Well, I mean, ever since the Brittany Griner video, which, by the way, I never even said her name. So technically, I never talked about Brittany Griner. I just said WNBA star that hates America gets released from Russia. So, but ever since that video.
When does the bitch get released? I missed it.
Dude, are you kidding me? Oh my God. Yeah, dude, we traded her for the fucking Merchant of Death.
That's who they traded that dude for?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't miss it. I forgot the details. Holy shit.
So I made a video about it because they left a fucking Marine that's been in their gulag over there for the last 4 years for some
and left him there.
Sorry, and left him there. And then when we had the audacity to ask, the reporters had the audacity to ask the black lesbian Jean-Pierre Paul, whatever the fuck her stupid ass name is, they were like, so wait a second. We traded the world's most a man once called the world's most dangerous man by the FBI for a 6'4" lesbian that cut her boobs off because she wishes she were a man, that hates America and openly said she hates America and that she's oppressed.
And she also took drugs into a foreign country.
To a foreign country when she
Stupid
knows,
motherfucker.
Which, by the way, they're notorious for hating gays and anyone involved in the LGBT community. And they throw people in prison for life for having a bag of weed.
Dude, they throw you in a gulag.
Yeah, they throw away the fucking key, bro. Like if you're caught with like a joint, man, dude, unless you have like a bunch of fucking rubles on you, you're fucked. But
dude, prison is a fucking hotel compared to that shit.
Oh yeah,
over
dude.
there.
Like I bet you our maximum security prison is like a fucking resort compared to the gulag.
Oh
dude.
my God.
Like what was that part in that movie? That horrible movie. What was it? Jack Reacher? Because the Jack Reacher movies are horrible compared to the books. I mean,
I didn't watch any of those.
They're horrible. I wanted to see how bad they were, but there's that part where the Russian guy's like, in the gulag, I bit off every finger except for these 2 fingers. All right. He's like, I bit off every finger with my mouth so that they would not call me to labor camp, so I would not die. It's like, dude, you know what? I actually believe that. I believe that someone would bite off their own fingers so he wouldn't have to go to the work camps. I believe that.
Holy fuck,
I believe
dude.
it.
That's insane.
Dude, can you imagine sitting there like chewing on your finger? It's like 20 degrees in your cell and you're just like, like sawing that bitch, dude. Blood in your mouth and everything.
Well, bro, I'll tell you what, man. Even back in like the 70s, right? There were people that just dropped out of society, right?
Yeah.
My dad was a cop. a matter of fact, in the town that I live in now was his local beach. And every year, when the weather got cold enough, there was this one little old dude that would walk through our little town square with a bag, like a paper boy bag,
Uh-huh.
that you carry the papers in,
Yeah, yeah.
but it would be filled up with bricks. And he would just walk down the square and throw bricks through the windows until the cops came and picked him up and took him to jail because he knew he would cause enough damage that they would keep him in jail over the winter.
Damn.
And he was a completely harmless little homeless guy.
So he did what he had to do to survive. I mean,
he was just whacked out of his mind, but he figured out a way to beat the system. And my dad used to be a beat cop. Eventually, because of his experience in the Navy and the Air Force and stuff, he was a chef on a actual Navy vessel.
Yeah.
He ended up taking over the kitchen of the local jail. So every time they would bring this dude in like, October or whatever, when it started to get cold, my dad would request that he would be his, they got a name for him. Like, you have a certain amount of helpers or whatever for the kitchen.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
When you're in jail, they have a name for it. I forget what it's called, but it like helps with your good time and all that kind of bullshit. So my dad would always request this guy, and then he would have his own little private room, there in the kitchen. He didn't have to like live on the floor with all the rest of the other prisoners and all that shit. And then he like worked directly for my dad in the kitchen. And then come spring, he would go out and do whatever the fuck he did. And then just like one winter, he never showed up again.
Damn. Just probably some of those guys froze to death, dude. They would just go underground where they thought it was warm enough, and they would just freeze to death. But
he probably thought, that one night wasn't gonna get bad enough. He wasn't ready to go do his brick thing yet.
Yep.
And
that was it.
Didn't make it. Yeah.
That was it. All right, you want to stay on with me while I do some of these videos? I'm almost done, dude. So you want to stay with me? All right, cool. All right, so guys, this is Myron. He dropped some truth bomb to some hoes because Myron, if you don't know who Fresh and Fit are, they bring on the OnlyFans hoes, okay? And they try to educate them and they try to show the world how stupid these women are and how much they abuse the women. I got a couple videos from tonight, and
I've never seen this stuff before, dude. I gotta. This is all new to me.
Yeah, go check them out because a lot of times when I talk about this, people don't believe me that women think this way. And these are exceptions to the rule. This is like the end of the spectrum. Okay, like we're gonna see a video here in a minute too of another woman that thinks all women have been oppressed since the beginning of time period. And she has no reason. She has no reason why to say that, but she just believes that because she's been told that type thing. So these women that he usually has on have absolutely no idea what it actually means to make a man happy or be a wife or anything. So check this out.
A woman
oh my God.
will go to a job interview for a job of her dreams and dress up, come prepared with a resume, wear a suit, dress modestly because she knows the job is contingent upon how she dresses and how she presents herself. Then that same bitch will go home to her boyfriend, dress like a hoe, try to go to the club. Boyfriend says, "Hey, why are you dressed like that? Like, I'm home." She'll look at him and say, "Shut up, Tom. I do what I want. The patriarchy can't control me." And walks out the fucking house. And will openly disrespect her fucking man. She will go ahead and put more power and importance on dressing for a job for someone that doesn't give a fuck about her, okay, over her own man. That's the world we live in today. Women want to go ahead and get all the benefits of looking, dressing, smelling, and acting like a slut without being treated like a slut. That's craziness to me.
That's absolutely insane. And he's 100% right, dude. I mean, 100%
he's completely right.
Here's some knowledge for you chicks out there. I know we only have like one person watching right now, so I don't know. We lost our crew, dude. But fucking here's some. No, it's all good. Sometimes I'll have 10. Sometimes I'll have 1. All right, but I usually get about 60, between 25 and 60 people that watch my videos. So, but
like
my
lives and stuff. Yeah,
my lives. Now, dude, I've had a couple 1000s and 1400s on on the shorts. But this
Yeah,
is
those are awesome, right?
yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, man. I love those. But like, I mean, whenever we start getting like 50 people watching us and stuff, that's going to be cool. I can't wait till that day happens. But for the women that do watch this video, because I have women that watch from all over the world, Thailand, we got Philippines, we got Poland, we got Australian women that are on here. So for the women over there that don't understand this, let me explain this, okay? Like, American women have, for some reason, no concept of what it means to not be a hoe when they're already in a relationship. Here's a brain check for you Western feminist cunts that are going to watch this, okay? Like, whenever you have a boyfriend, you have no reason to go to a club. You've got no reason to dress like a hoe anymore. You've got no reason to go to parties or go to strip clubs with your girlfriends, okay? You're not in a relationship with a man if you do that. Because here's what's happening. We're gonna watch another video here in a second too. All right, men are waking up. Okay, we're not gonna put up with that bullshit anymore. All right, you and your hoe days are over. If you're in a marriage or you're in a relationship, your hoe days are done. If you want to be a hoe, cool, go be a hoe. But don't expect anyone to respect you. Don't expect anyone to treat you like you're this cool person because you're not.
No,
you're just gonna be a hoe. That's it. It's that simple.
Expect to be treated like a hoe.
Yep.
I mean that's what you want.
Oh, here's something cool. I found this too. You're gonna like this. You know anything about wolves, dude? Wolves,
I love
coyotes.
wolves.
All right, so check this out. I don't think I've ever actually talked about this, but I'm a huge fucking you guys know I'm an animal lover, but wolves and coyotes, I really do like them. So check this out.
Every other wolf.
Oh, bro.
Wolf wants nothing to do with you. I mean, the wolf knows I'm dangerous. And
how do they know you're dangerous? Are they having any interactions with other humans?
Wolves know this all across North America. I've only been able to find 2 documented bona fide cases where wolves have killed humans in North America in recent times. There was this one.
Now just to be clear, he said killed, not attacked.
Right.
Just to be clear.
That's a whole nother class.
So, there was one woman in Alaska that apparently was killed by wolves. It almost never happens. They just know that people are dangerous. They've been persecuted. I mean, there were bounties on wolves. I think it's in their DNA now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that would.
Grizzly bears. They don't want anything to do with people 99.9% of the time.
It's interesting you saying that grizzly bears, where they're hunted, don't want anything to do with people.
Right.
They're having a real problem with grizzly bears in places like Montana, where they don't hunt them,
right? Where
they don't have any fear. Many generations of no fear of human beings, and you're getting a lot of maulings because of that.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot further on the bears too. The Kodiak bears and the polar bears are the 2 that attack.
Oh, the polar bears, dude, are the bad ones.
Yeah,
those motherfuckers have started.
They have no fear.
Out
no fear, dude. Yeah, like
they hang out.
They
hang out in the garbage dumps and wait for you to go dump your garbage, and then they eat you.
There was that stupid show. It was totally woke. And the only reason why I watched the episode that I did watch is there was this really cool polar bear that was going into the town and attacking people. And I was really hoping it would kill one of the woke people, just so I could hear them scream, but of course.
Yeah, getting the stupid fucking idiots that were out walking the streets with no gun.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know why I wanted that because there's no way they do that. Everyone that dies or that's stupid or that are alcoholics, it's always white males. So, I don't even know why
that's
I'm hoping. Everyone's always stupid. Oh, we don't have anyone watching now, bro.
Well, dude, you'd be shocked, man. The Darwin factor takes out a lot of dumb white chicks too.
Well, I mean, actually, man, in reality, stupidity is what kills humans. I mean, seriously. For
the most part, dude, people doing stupid shit.
Stupid shit. All right, like when you go to the swamp and you're like, "Hey, look, there's an alligator."
Let's try to feed him.
Run, you stupid fuck. That's a dinosaur. Okay, he does not give a shit about you and how big you look. Okay, he will fucking death roll your ass. He will drag you into the water, and his buddies will come over. They'll take turn ripping you apart as they death roll you. There's a video on what was it called? Faces of Death. Okay.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's
Oh, I
real.
know which
It's
one.
real. This parachuter lands in the swamps in the bayou in
Yeah,
Louisiana,
it's
and
just
dude,
oh,
he's dead in like 3 seconds.
oh,
Like
they pull him into pieces,
into
dude.
pieces, dude. There's this
Oh,
guy on the ship. I rewinded it back like 30 times listening. It's like, look what they done to him. Like,
look what they
dude, you're
done.
done. And it's like 50 alligators, dude.
Oh my
They
God,
just come in, man, and they just destroy this motherfucker.
bro, have you ever seen that Discovery Channel one of when it's like the middle of the drought, in Africa, what do they call that when they have the big seasonal drought, and there's like this whole herd of fucking water buffalo they want to cross this creek. They got to get across this creek because there's green land on the other side, right?
Oh yeah. All right.
But this creek is filled with fucking goddamn crocodiles.
Oh yeah, they have to cross it in the big.
And these things
Yeah,
just start jumping in, and the crocodiles just start taking them out, man.
yeah, dude. Yeah. And it's basically whoever gets caught. Like
Yeah,
let's go
it's
third.
like
You know?
they're trampling on top of each other while your buddy's caught in the crocodile's mouth. You're stepping on his head. Sorry, bro. I
Dude,
gotta
that's
go.
fucked.
Fucking I'm
Yeah.
out.
Dude, that is so fucked. Oh my god. Can you imagine that, man? Like
Oh,
your buddy's like, hey man, sorry, I'll take care of your wife for you. All right.
yeah.
All right. So here is the evolution. This is what I'm trying to warn some of these women that watch my channel about. Look, you guys wanted the feminism, you wanted the freedom, you wanted equality. Well, now you guys are trying to dominate, you're trying to take over. That's not equality. So here's what happens. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. This is a woman trying to tell you the same message that I've been preaching to you guys for 4 months now. Listen to her.
Hi, guys. A lot of women's absolute worst nightmare is the day when men wake up and realize their worth. Men are now checking out of relationships that no longer serve as assets to their life, but rather liabilities. Men are seeing the lack of gratitude and minimal to no reciprocity they encounter on a consistent basis from the other side. Men are struggling to keep up, and they're sick and tired of having to prove themselves over and over and over again just to ensure the love and the loyalty of their woman. Masculine men are the guarding walls of our society, and they've done an outstanding job holding it together, even though they've been continuously shamed and ridiculed for the very qualities that make them men. A man wants his woman to be a place of solace and refuge, not another
Damn.
battle he has to fight.
I think I'm in love then.
Now here, let's get everything on the table, ladies. You have the rights that you have today, because in the society that you live in, hate to break it to you, was built completely by men. Men have fought the wars. Men built the buildings. Your little lattes and your cell phones, all that shit was created by men. Everything in your society today, built, made by men. So
Who do you think built the highways, wired the buildings, fucking did all the plumbing, did all the fucking gas
who do you
piping?
think killed all the fucking animals to make the fucking room to come in and farm this fucking land?
Who do you think
it was a bunch of
conquered
chicks out there with fucking bows and arrows
Who
and
do you
shit?
think conquered the fucking West, you idiot?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but here's
You think
here's the caveat.
Annie Oakley and all of her little
right,
buddies
right.
could have
Yeah,
took care of
yeah.
fucking
Well,
OK
okay,
Corral?
But
I
remember,
mean,
the theory is it was a bunch of ball burning women that got the feminists, right? They don't understand. I've talked about that before. It was actually a bunch of probably rich, fat men in a room talking about how they wanted to tax a different class of people. But and it was the cigarettes too. It was definitely the cigarettes. But
yeah, definitely the cigarettes.
But look, here's the deal though. Like, there's no way, and this is real talk. Since the beginning of time, men and women have had to work together to survive. It's not like men did not need women to survive. And it's not like women didn't need men to survive. We've had to work together. We wouldn't be here right now if men and women didn't work together. Okay, that's just the way it is. The problem that we're having is,
oh God, my phone is so fucked.
Guys, a lot of women.
Yep. The what you said, the problem is what?
No, I was just gonna say, even you look at the oldest cartoons you've ever seen, like the cavemen would, they would go and fucking get in a giant fight with another caveman, and then go bounce the fucking woman on the head, drag her off by the hair, and then they were together. dude. And there are still women. I know, as I know you, Vincent. You're a tough dude. You fucking been in the military. You've been around. You've seen plenty of these broads that love to see guys fight. It
Oh
turns
yeah,
them on.
dude. Yeah.
It
There are
it
women.
turns them
Oh yeah.
on to see guys go at each other, and
I've seen.
they will instigate it if they can.
Oh yeah, dude. There are women out there that absolutely love making men fight.
Oh, dude, I've known girls that have been nothing but trouble.
All right,
Dude.
quick story. All right, so in the barracks, you have these things we call barracks rats. Okay, and they're basically these whores. All right, that go from like dude to dude to dude to dude. Like seriously, sometimes in a night or in a weekend, one chick will get passed around between like 12 guys. Like no shit. Okay.
Like in a night?
Like in a night, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
So well, like one time I saw this chick, she was dating Boozy. We called him Boozy because when he drank, his nose turned red and he fell in love with everybody. He's like, I love you, bro. I love you, bro. You know, so we called him Boozy the Clown. So Boozy brought in this little blonde chick. Okay. Cute little next door, probably 19, 20. Because remember, we're all young men, okay? We're between the ages of 17 and 25. That's like the average Marine, dude. Okay. So she was like 20, 21, oldest 21. All right. And so she comes in. She's been with Boozy for about a week, maybe a week and a half.
A week?
Yeah, and she's in. Boozy and her fuck like animals. You know, we're Marines, dude. We're fucking tough fucking Marines, you know? And Boozy was a small guy, little tiny dude. All right.
Oh, like a little Wolverine type?
Yeah, skinny, wiry. Okay. Blonde hair, wiry guy, you know? And
well, that's like me, dude. Yeah,
so
I'm a little guy.
I was on duty the night after this happened. I went on duty because every Marine's got to serve, you know, like on the weekends, you got to take turns doing duty. All right. And you basically serve for 24 hours. You and another guy, you take turns coming in, going out, you know, whatever. And you put on the belt, you know, you have to dress in your camis while everybody else has lib up. So I was on the night after this happened. So I got all this shit from the report. Okay. So as the story went, she got passed around by like 15 to 20 guys.
Oh.
And one of the sets of guys ran a train on her. Now, we don't know if it was like a train of like 6 dudes or a train of like 2 dudes, but
it really don't matter at that point.
So by the time I got up and put on my duty shit, right? We had already put her in a fucking taxi and sent her home. All right? Dude, within 24 hours, there was police everywhere. Okay.
Oh, you shitting me.
Everywhere. Because she realized she was a whore. And she couldn't possibly be a fucking whore, right? I mean, can't possibly do that. So, yeah, dude. Like, and, you know, there were so many witnesses, dude. There were other girls there watching it happen. Dude, so she came out of one room, right? And just went to the next room and was like, hey, you want some? Like, someone saw her do that. You know?
Shit.
So yeah, dude. There's all kinds of fucking chicks out there. Now, look, I'm not saying all women are fucking whores. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying
No.
is
But that's an extreme example.
That's an extreme, but that was also 20 fucking years ago too. 22 years ago. Jesus Christ, I'm old.
Wow.
All right, so Andrew Tate's probably fucked, guys. But here's a group of guys, also a fresh fitter in this one too. You know, I don't know how much you know about the Andrew Tate situation, but it's not looking good for him, man. It really isn't. Dude, they found evidence that basically shows that everything they've got him on right now is total bullshit. And they still haven't released him. And yesterday morning, they extended him for another 30 days. So listen to this shit.
All right, I don't know what Andrew Tate thing is. So can
Andrew Tate is the guy that is the bald fighter. Okay, he's four-time world champion kickboxer. He's the one that's always talking about what color is your Bugatti. He's the one they call a misogynist, even though they can't find anything he's ever said that's misogynist. Is they call him a misogynist because he says women need to be at home and take care of the kids. Women need to treat their men with respect and stop being whores. They need to stop having sex before marriage and stop having children before marriage. That's why he's
Why is that being misogynist? I don't
because
understand.
it goes against the fucking woke agenda and the death cult ideology. So,
Oh, okay. Well,
so
yeah.
these guys are all content creators. Every single one of these guys, they're all like 500,000 plus YouTubers. Okay, all of these guys in this room, and they all have either talked to Andrew Tate or have been on a show with Andrew Tate. All right, listen to this shit.
Showing that these women are lying.
And then in this world where you have this bad bitch economy, girl power, all of a sudden when it goes against their agenda to put Andrew and T in jail, now these women can no longer think for themselves. That's damning. It's damning. They're openly saying it. Now all of a sudden their opinions don't matter. Now all of a sudden their mind doesn't matter. Now all of a sudden being an empowered woman with your own opinion and brain and able to think for yourself doesn't matter. No, you have been tricked. Throw it away.
You know what's particularly disturbing? That analysis that the women were brainwashed was made by a psychologist who never even spoke to them directly.
Yeah.
Never spoke to them directly. I'm going to tell you what this is about in a second.
Wow. This is how clown world this whole thing is, if you want to look at it.
Wow.
Hang on a second. You're going against our agenda? Right. I'm going to decide that you can no longer decide for yourself what's going on in life without even talking to you.
Which is ironically
That's scary.
more misogynistic than anything that the Tates are being accused of.
Yeah.
The fact that you think that women are not even capable of believing their own words.
God.
That's more misogynistic than anything.
So on February 1st,
God.
these two women came forward, right? Because the Tate brothers are accused of running this like sex trafficking fucking boyfriend cult thing, right? So this isn't just for Shadowhawk's benefit. This is for the guy's benefit. Okay. So
sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. So these women came forward, all right? These two women that worked for Andrew Tate and his brother. They had this whole section in their house where these girls would be on camera. They would do I think it was kind of like an OnlyFans thing, but the girls would sign contracts. They get a certain percentage of the money, whatever, blah, blah. Two of the girls came forward to this Romanian judge and said all of it was bullshit. They did everything that they agreed to do. They were never forced to do anything. This fucking judge dismisses their entire claim, says they've been brainwashed because a psychologist that never even interviewed the women said that they had been freaking brainwashed.
Wow, that's insane.
Think about that, dude. That is
Well,
fucked.
it's.
I mean,
We'll talk off air sometime about my history with Romania.
okay, all right. I mean, I'm learning about their laws, and they can
Bro,
hold you up to 180 days with absolutely no evidence whatsoever. That's
Dude.
fucking crazy.
That's nothing, dude. That's nothing compared to what it used to be.
Okay, I'm sure.
I guarantee you.
I'm sure you got stories. All right, so I like this one. This is a black guy. I'm sure this week they're gonna say that he's a victim of brainwashing too, and he's another black face of white supremacy. But listen to him destroy Adam Schiff, dude. Shifty Schiff.
This is actually not a race. This is actually an issue of public safety. And if I call this an invasion, sir, I'm not racist. I want to make sure that fentanyl doesn't indiscriminately kill any race, religion, color, or creed, because fentanyl doesn't care where you're from. Fentanyl doesn't.
Did you know that fentanyl's racist? Dude, that's our next one. Yes, it's hashtag blow up the sun and hashtag fentanyl's racist.
Care
yes,
about
another
kills indiscriminately. A couple of years ago, of course, we had some problems, but it wasn't amplified to the level that we are seeing every single day. And the reason why we have to be careful with what we call and what we deem racist moving forward in the future is because we start to lose focus on what the actual problem is. This administration, the Democrat Party, unfortunately, uses race as a scapegoat for everything. We have a problem, and this problem has precipitated over the course of the past 2 years. That is a fact.
Yep. It has nothing to do with race. What were you saying, dude?
Bro, I don't know if you've heard this one yet or not, but I heard, and I don't know if this is a true statistic, it's the internet, but I heard somewhere the other day that in the last like 3 to 4 years, there's been enough fentanyl imported into our country to kill every fucking person in this country like 10 times over.
10 times over, something like that. Yeah, I heard something like
From
that too.
from fucking grandmas to fucking baby, everybody.
Yep. Yeah, because I mean, well, the problem with fentanyl, the biggest thing with fentanyl is actually, I know a little bit about drugs just from my past.
Right.
The problem with fentanyl is you put it in certain drugs to give it a boost, and if you're not a chemist and you don't know what you're doing, which most of these guys are just rednecks and fucking trailers, okay?
Exactly. And
All right.
also you have to know what the like, the level of the fentanyl you have
Yes,
is
because not all
before you
fentanyl is
can.
equal. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
'cause
certain fentanyls that's much more potent than other fentanyl.
it's just like refining THC in the marijuana factory I used to work in. Some weeds are better than others. Some fentanyl is going to be way more powerful than others.
Yep.
It just, I mean, dude, we've had what 50 years of heroin abuse now, and people have known about hot shots for years. Sometimes you get heroin that's just so fucking powerful
Yep.
that the dealers aren't cutting it down enough, and
They're
they
not cutting it, yeah.
they start killing their customers because they don't realize how powerful it is, and then they gotta go, oh shit.
You
You know,
remember, was it the 90s that we got black tar heroin? Was that right?
Oh yeah.
Remember
Well,
that shit, dude?
it got repopularized.
Yeah.
It was originally like the late 60s, mid 60s when heroin got popular.
Oh,
And
dude,
then
I'm at
it
298, bro. I'm at
yeah.
298. I
Well,
lost 3, dude. I'm at 298. Oh.
oh no, really? Bro. YT effery.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, they're so bullshit,
Good
man.
Lord.
You know what's funny, YouTube? Because there's someone that's going to be reviewing this when this is done. What's funny, YouTube, is you guys are so full of shit. Like, you don't even know how full of shit you are. Okay, like you guys break your own rules and put your own rules on people while you break your own rules while you're putting rules on them. It's fucking ridiculous.
Exactly.
So
It's typical leftist rules, bro.
yeah. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, I think we got
rules for thee, not for me.
not for me. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. This one's pretty brutal for chicks. So look, listen to this. Okay, this is very important. I want you to hear me. Don't use your feelings. Use your brain. Okay, listen.
You haven't had that feeling of like that drug feeling, the serotonin coming through your brain, like all logic goes out the window. Have you had that where you just absolutely want this person every day, all day?
The reality is love between men and women is not the same at all. Men love idealistically, women love opportunistically. I understand the fact that as a man, a woman loves you for what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Your money, your income, your status, your confidence, your ambition, your cleverness. There's a whole bunch of different things that women look for in a man before they can actually love and submit and want to be with him. But for men, it's like, we love women for real because we don't have as many requirements of them.
You love women for real? That's what you said?
Yeah, men love women idealistically. This is why breakups hurt men way more. This is why men commit suicide way more. Like when a man loves a woman, he loves her far harder than she loves him back, so to speak. This is why women overwhelmingly, initiate divorce and breakups, etc. And why guys have such a tough time getting over it. Because when a man loves a woman, he loves her for real.
Yep, like something. You always hear the same excuses from most Western women, okay? And the excuses are, oh, men are dogs. Men fuck a lot of women. Blah blah blah. Look, ladies, wake up. Okay, here's some stats. I'm gonna throw some stats at you, and you're not gonna believe me, so go look it up yourself. Don't listen to me. Okay, most men by the age of 45 have slept with between 3 and 6 women in their lifetime. That will be their number, because most men do not remarry after a woman that they've been with from 45 to 55. So if they haven't been with a woman more than 3 to 6 women by the time they're 45 to 55, they're never going to be with more women. Okay. Another stat that you women don't seem to understand, I said this earlier before you got on the podcast, is between the ages of 18 and 30 right now, most men, 33% of men are virgins or haven't been with a woman in a year. If you take the stat to 50%, okay, you change it a little. 50% of men between the ages of babies between the ages of 18 and 30, guys, it changes it. Okay. Those men, when they get to 30, like they're so lost because they don't know what the fuck's going on. So they start actually focusing on themselves and making their career. So the stat actually goes down. So when you get to like 50%, there are men that haven't slept with a woman in 5 years because they've been focusing on themselves and making themselves better, because we're remembering what happened. Because he made a very good point. I don't know if you heard what he said at the very end there, but because he kind of just slipped it in there. But men self-delete a lot more than women do over breakups. Women might attempt women might attempt self-deletion more, but men are more successful in self-deletion because, dude, when we eat a bullet, we eat a fucking bullet. You know, like dude, God rest his soul. I just found this out, but a friend of mine, a guy that I knew, I hope he thought of me as his friend. I found out that he self-deleted, and he hung himself. Okay, you want to know the difference between a woman trying to self-delete and a man? This motherfucker goes out in the backyard in the middle of the night. He doesn't get a rope, Shadow. That motherfucker got a chain.
Oh, damn.
He didn't want any chance. Okay?
You ain't cutting this motherfucker.
Okay, so like when you want to think about it from a certain perspective, ladies, remember that. And men, like, and Myron even said it, 89% of divorces are from women, guys. All of the divorces that are filed, 89% of them are from women. Excuse me. That's women that have a 4-year degree. But it doesn't change much. It goes down to 80%.
It don't matter, bro.
Yeah, it goes down to 80% if you don't have a degree. So look,
I've lived it, and
you know what? I went through my family's divorce, so I saw it from that angle. So, and here's some more stats for you, ladies. Look, we live in a no-fault divorce country. Ronald Reagan made that happen, which means even if you treat your wife right, you buy her flowers every fucking weekend, you rub her fucking feet, give her a goddamn fucking bath, and treat her like a fucking princess. She can walk into the motherfucking courthouse, get a divorce, take half your shit, take your kids, take your house, take your cars, and still get alimony.
Well, and make you pay child support too if those kids are still under 18.
All right. So you got to remember something. Men are waking up. You saw that video earlier. Men are waking up. Okay. We're not going to put up with your bullshit anymore. It ain't going to happen no more. And the more videos like this one, the more people that come out like Andrew Tate, the more people that start talking about this like Myron, Fresh and Fit. Okay. The more men are going to wake up. Do you know this dude? Check this out. They said, go any next time you're at a party, and there's a bunch of little chicken heads. Okay. Chicken heads are women that do this. Okay. All right. You can always point them out. All right. Ask them to name 3 countries outside of the U.S. or outside of their own country plus the U.S. Just 3 countries. Okay. And they won't be able to. Most of them will be able to name like 1 or 2, but most of them won't be able to name 3. And the only point of that exercise is we have made it so easy for women to survive that they don't have to be intelligent at all. Okay. Seriously.
Half of them on the street can't even tell you who their local representative is, who their senator is, who their governor is. Do you know who the governor of your state is? No. Do you know who Ronald Reagan was? No.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking, it's ridiculous how ignorant our young people are.
Our young people are, yeah. But
it's scary bad, dude. It's scary bad.
It is scary bad, dude. It's scary bad. All right, let's wrap this up. I think I got 2 more. I got 1, 2, 3. Can you make it through 3 more, man?
Sure.
All right, cool. This one's Joe Rogan. This one's actually pretty cool. I caught this one today.
Oh, I love Joe, man.
Yeah, I like Joe too. He's actually kind of waking up a little bit, dude. Like,
dude, Joe is. I mean, he kind of went lefty for a little while there.
Yeah, dude, and he's
coming
now,
back.
Yeah, he's kind of like he's finally starting to see the big picture. I'm really proud of him.
I think he's veering back, man. He's
I think so.
Look at
too.
this. Right wingers melt down over satanic Pfizer sponsored Grammys. I almost feel like this is too on the nose. I almost feel like we're all being played against each other while these people are like just finding ways to control us and control all the money. I feel like this is all fake. I know it's real. I know that was a real song, and I know that's a real commercial afterwards, but it just seems so stupid. Someone in the World Economic Forum, some fucking billionaire that's running the world's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get these people fighting while I institute some sort of a gigantic global social credit score system. If AI is real already, if artificial intelligence is real already and it's manipulating us, that's how it manipulates us. Just get us to fight over the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yep.
Right when
Yep. Joe's waking up, dude. He's waking up, man.
Fucking exactly. Look at that shit. That's awesome.
Hey, this is the one I was telling you about. Okay. This is the one that I was telling you about. She's been on this guy's show before. Okay. And when she was on his show before, she was on with a known, he literally breaks the fucking wall with these feminists and these fucking women that hate men. Okay. And she was on with them last time. But this time, he's not there. She last time made the statement that women have been oppressed since the beginning of time. And he said, wait a second, hold on. How have you been oppressed? How have women been oppressed since the beginning of time? And she's like, what do you look, see how her face looks? See how she's like closing her eyes because her eyes are, you know, she's like, what do you mean? If I have to explain it to you, then there's no point.
Yeah, you're just too dumb to understand.
To give you a context, this guy usually brings on his show hot chicks that are either Instagram models or OnlyFans models. And for those of you guys that don't know what OnlyFans is, it's a porn site. These chicks spread their coochie, shove shit up their holes for money. And the worst part is because some of them actually become millionaires from this. They think they're businesswomen and they think they're smart because they were born with an ass, a vagina, and a mouth. Okay, so just remember that. That's these girls' mentality. Okay, all right.
They think their opinion count.
By the way, she couldn't name more than one country. Just letting you know. Okay.
There's a lot of violence against.
But when you think of oppression, what is your definition of oppression?
This is great, dude.
I don't know really how to explain it, to be honest.
I mean, you use the word. You ought to know how to define it. If you just use the word.
Yeah, I just don't know exactly how to, like, why do you want me to explain that?
Look at my cleavage.
Well, I mean,
look at my cleavage.
You ought to be able to.
Yeah, you're just putting me on the spot. You just want to embarrass me. And I'm
not
to tell you this now. It's not going to happen, Brian. Because guess what? I'll fucking dip right now. If
Get the fuck off my
we're
show.
having a polite conversation.
No, because I already know what this is about. We talked about this last podcast, so why do you want to bring it up again?
Well, we didn't really talk about it.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything else because it's not my job to school you.
Because you don't understand.
Well, I mean, that's
It's not
I'm not
my
going to say anything else.
job.
I'm going to stay quiet.
It's not my job to school you. You're on his fucking podcast. You're a fucking whore that shoves shit up her ass for money.
She doesn't even know the meaning of the
word oppressed,
word.
dude. Like, okay, I'm not asking her. I mean, dude, I wouldn't want her to be like,
Dude,
like the
I mean,
exact
seriously.
definition. How about,
Did you see
how
the
about
look?
just give
She
me like
did not know the meaning of the word. She was like, ask me to explain it to you.
Damn it, guys.
I mean, that's a very convenient way to shut down an otherwise polite conversation.
She's just like,
I gave you an opportunity to speak.
Oh my God.
Look at my breast. Look at my cleavage.
Here, look at my boob.
Oh my
Look.
God, dude, what the fuck is wrong?
Look at my fake Asian boob.
I know.
You
All right,
know
so
those aren't real Asian
those aren't
boobs.
real.
They're way too big for that
came
little
from
girl.
those came from all of our OnlyFans money. All right, so we're gonna close it out. We're gonna close it out with the great Thomas Sowell. All right, this is
All right, man.
he's one of my favorite motherfuckers in the entire world. This guy is such a fucking pimp, dude. I love this motherfucker. And the left hate him because he's like Morgan Freeman, and Denzel Washington and Lil Wayne. He's a black guy that doesn't fit the fucking mold, bitches. He breaks your fucking shit.
Hell yeah. All right.
Listen.
I've often said there are three questions that I think would destroy most of the arguments on the left. And the first is, compared to what? The second is, at what cost? And the third is, what hard evidence do you have? There are very few ideas on the left that can pass all three of those kinds of things.
Can conservative ideas pass those?
Yes, I think so, because they don't assume
Wow, that's amazing.
there's a solution out there. Adam Smith didn't believe that either the government or the market could solve all problems. That you have to be able to simply tolerate certain things. And the idea to the left of tolerating any evil, that they want to stamp out the last vestige of segregation. Really? At what price? At what price? I've often said,
because one of the things that I've always noticed, and I actually said this to someone the other day, I was like, okay, well, look, dude, look what LA Warriors said. That's great, dude. That's great. Dude, I mean, come on, think about it. She was like sitting there. She was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just not gonna say anything. Dude, if that bitch was on my show and she said, I'm gonna dip, I'd have been like, there's the door's right there. You're on my show.
I'd have kicked her before she dipped.
You can get the fuck out. I mean, dude, you can't threaten me. I mean, fuck you, dude. So, anyways, all right. So what Thomas Sowell's trying to say here, okay? I just want to try to explain a little bit, all right? Most of the time, especially when you see these Antifa, Black Lives Matter, third wave feminism, and fucking LGBTQ plus people, they've got all these problems, right? Like they're bitching about all these problems, okay? But none of them have a solution. Their solution is always either more racism or violence or fucking condescension, or exactly what that chick just did on that video we just saw, right? Like, well, if I have to explain it to you, all right. So what Thomas Sowell
their solution is the government is supposed to take care of it for us.
Oh, that's true. They do try to say the government heals all, but we know what happens when 1984 was.
You're supposed to take care of the people. There's people out here starving. Look, they go and create what was it? The fucking stupid NRAs or NWA or whatever the fuck it was in Washington.
Which one? Oh,
the Antifa zone. The fucking
they called it. They called it Chaz or something. They took over.
Yeah, Chad or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then they tried to grow fucking crops on top of fucking tarps. On like fucking 3 inches of soil, like a bunch of fucking dumbasses.
Did you know that the entire time that Chaz was there, right? And they remember it was the free zone. They called it the free zone. Okay. And 19 women were raped. Okay. And 7 black men were killed.
Not surprised at all.
Okay. So I mean, not very peaceful. But anyways, so that's what he was saying. He was saying, like, at what cost? Okay.
Exactly.
Like I mean, okay, like this whole bullshit about climate change, right? So when you're saying climate change is real, okay, remember this, guys.
I call it weather.
Weather. So remember this. We've only been recording weather for about 120, maybe 130 years that we can go back and record it. If you go back to 1906, just to break this for you motherfuckers, okay? We were having so many hurricanes in the state of Texas in the Gulf. Okay. I bet you people thought it was the end of the world. Like in 1906, a hurricane hit the Gulf that literally wiped out like a 20-mile radius of fucking houses. Just wiped them out. They were gone.
Oh yeah. That was I think that was the Galveston one.
It was in Galveston. Just gone. Okay. Yeah. Like, dude, the Dust Bowl. Nobody, it's funny. When you ask these motherfucking climate change motherfuckers about the Dust Bowl, they're like, huh? What's the Dust Bowl? I don't understand what the Dust Bowl is. Dude, the Dust Bowl was 18 years of no crops. Nothing grew. Rabbits took over fucking thousands of miles of fucking land, dude. I mean,
because we devastated the earth.
Yes. It was because the most popular theory, because we still don't know exactly what caused it. The most popular theory of what caused the Dust Bowl is we were over excavating the areas, farming way too much.
Well, I think the most logical explanation was it was a combination of that plus the farmers back at the time were not rotating crops like they do now.
Like they should. They were doing it way too much. They were
right.
They were literally
So they would do like 3 or 4 seasons of corn in one field.
One
you know,
field instead of letting it grow
instead of
back and everything.
rotating the corn in the soil.
But
So
but the point
it
is that they just don't know
deteriorated
about
the
it now, though.
soil. And then when, those windstorms would come through and shit, because there's no wind blocks out there,
Well,
there's no trees.
Do you remember? Oh my God, yeah, because that would carry it for miles. You remember Leonard Nimoy, the 1970s? You might remember this. Okay, I think this happened while you were a kid. So Leonard Nimoy came out in the 1970s and was like, "In the next 10 years, we will have another ice age," and he's a fucking moron. He's just a movie star, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, he used to do that
Check it out.
series on PBS.
Yeah. What was it called?
Oh,
Fuck.
it was like supposed to be all kinds of like wisdom from the past. Shit.
All because he was on Star Trek. Yeah, fuck you, Nimoy. All right, so
Yeah, because he was Spock, dude.
He was Spock.
Perfectly logical. Fuck you.
Here, Spock. Here's what I think of you, Thither. All right, so like he said in the 1970s, and everybody believed we were gonna have another ice age. There are probably about 99% of all the scientists that study that shit that will tell you that the last ice age actually didn't stop until 30 years ago. The last ice age, technically. Okay. So,
Right.
Nemo, you're full of shit. But anyways, we were going to die from ice age happening again in the 70s. Now we're going to die.
I
because of
remember that when I
overexposing.
was a kid. Because I was a Cub Scout in 76, dude. I did the bicentennial parade. I was 10 years old. No, 9 years old, going on 10. And fucking we were going into the new ice age back then.
Yeah,
They
we're
were
gonna all
telling us
die.
that
It's so
shit
cold,
at
you know.
they were telling us that shit at school all the time.
Yeah. Now, if
And
we
then-
go another 300 years or whatever, 400 years, and we're like, okay, guys, we have 500 years of statistical data. We're a little hotter than we're supposed to be. That's different. But I mean, we even have the scientists that have been studying for the last 70 years. They've been taking core samples from the North Pole.
You know
Okay?
what the statistical data to me is, Vince? Obama sat there for 8 years telling us how the oceans were rising, and everybody- and then he went and bought a fucking like $5 million house on fucking beachfront property in Martha's Vineyard.
Mm-hmm.
So you think he really?
Isn't it worth like 12 million or something?
Dude, it's like
some ridiculously large
it's
amount.
some
of money.
ridiculous price. But do you think he really believes that the fucking oceans are rising if he went and
I mean, a lot of this stuff, just like Joe Rogan was just talking about, a lot of this stuff is just distraction. That's all it is. It's just
because they're
them-
trying to keep you away from what they're really doing. which is
Exactly.
fucking stealing all of our money.
Trying to, anyways. I mean, they're
doing a damn good job of it, dude. I got fucked this year.
Yeah,
I'll
they're
tell you
doing.
what.
I'm playing around with this. Look at this. This is cool.
By the time my tax returns are all said and done, I'm gonna end up owing about like $80. This is ridiculous, dude.
This
I haven't had
recession that we're in right now. I mean, dude,
I haven't had a year like this in 20 years, bro, where
And you know
I
what?
had to pay money in.
Hey, you want to know something though? I thought was funny. They didn't release the data or talk about it at all about the next quarter. I mean, it was just as bad as the previous two. So, because we're
Of
down.
course we're not gonna
still-
talk about it.
We're still down, But anyways, all right, man. I'm gonna call it. We're over 2 hours. I try to keep it below 2 hours now. But Shadow Hawk, thank you
hey,
so
brother,
much.
I'm
for
glad.
coming on, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Dude, of course. Ladies and gents, look, we got 2 people watching. You guys are awesome.
And
I think-
Vincent, you are always welcome on the 4 o'clock shadow, bro. If you're available at 4 p.m. Central.
You know
just
what, man?
pop-
I try to come on, but every time I get on there, you guys are always so busy. But I'll definitely stop.
Bro,
in, man.
yeah, just pop in. I try to keep track of the chat for Rex. So
Okay. I mean, dude, I love coming on with you guys. I mean, shit. I'll
Yeah,
try.
yeah.
How about this? I don't have anything going on tomorrow at 4, so why don't I try to pop in tomorrow and we can just talk about. See, the thing that I'm finding though, and this is nothing against our circle of friends, Hen and everyone. Okay, like a lot of
Right.
the people don't want to talk about the shit that I talk about, and that's okay. I don't judge anyone. I know that I talk about a bunch of shit that's real hot topics, and I get it, and I understand that. I mean, like, cause I used to go on what's his name's channel, the lizard guy. What was his name? Oh fuck.
Oh, Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, and you know, Lorenzo was really nice about it, and I never took any offense to it, but
Oh, Lorenzo is a sweetheart, dude.
he is,
He's a
dude.
really nice guy.
He is a nice guy, but he couldn't come out and tell me that I was offending everybody. I was like, dude, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it, bro. Because he has a trans person on there, and I was like, I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. Do you have a dick or a vagina? I don't care. Who gives a shit? You know. So
Yeah,
I get it, but I always love being on with you and Rex, man. So definitely, I'll take you up on it.
Yeah, bro. If you can come on tomorrow, just pop in the chat, and I'll drop the link in the chat for you.
Sweet, bro. And hey, don't forget to get my email when you go on my channel. It's actually in the description below. I always put my email in here, so you guys can always email me. You guys can always email me if you have ideas or show ideas, or even if you just want to, like, because I've actually helped quite a few people since I started, man. Some people
All
reach
right,
out
bro.
to me.
Well, yeah. I
you know,
mean, because
so-
I mean, I don't know if you've been keeping up or not, but Rex is fulfilling the ash can. Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
It's my phone, dude. It's fucking goddamn spam.
It's been going off, dude. It's been like, meh, 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 meh.
Bro, I gotta get a new phone number, man. My phone is just like, it's been blowing up the last week, and I don't know why. It's just insane.
But anyway, so what have I been missing? What's going on with Rex?
So anyway, Rex is fulfilling the Double Flyer Ash campaign right now.
Okay.
He's got everything in hand. He's packing them up, sending them out.
Nice.
And, instead, we kind of realigned what he was planning on doing with the next book, because he already has the whole complete 28-page story of Devil Flyer that his buddy John drew
Okay.
completed. So that's going to be Devil Flyer #1 plus a couple of extra, couple little bonus stories and maybe some fan art or something.
Damn straight.
And
We need
he'll be
we need
launched.
good comics,
Yeah,
man. We need good comics, bro.
so he'll be launching Devil Flyer #1 like within like 30 days of fulfilling, dude.
I like it.
So he'll be done fulfilling by, I'd say, the first week of March. By the end of March, Devil Flyer 1's gonna launch, and we're gonna have that up and going.
Dude, I like it. Okay. All
And
right,
then
man.
I'm still working on my own project too, but it's still secret for now. I will let you know, Vincent, when it's time.
Dude, I want to read both of your guys' books, man. I'm still waiting for the Witches versus Samurai. I bought it like 4 months ago from Dave. I believe his name's Dave, right? And I haven't seen it yet.
Witches versus Samurai.
Yeah,
Dave,
dude. When I get it, dude, I'm gonna like be showing the pages.
which Dave, dude? There's so many Daves.
Man. Oh fuck, dude. I don't know.
Shit.
You know what?
I'm sorry,
when I find it,
Vincent.
no, dude. When I find it, I'll send it to you, dude. But the story is basically like a samurai falls in love with the witch, and
Was
they have
it
to,
a
like
Kickstarter or an Indiegogo?
yeah, it's a Kickstarter, yeah. And
Sweet. Dude, I don't do Kickstarter.
well, my first time, and I actually met the guy. He's been on my show before. He actually came on. I did an interview with him, and
Yeah,
he knows.
he
knows Apex. He's friends with Apex.
Okay.
So yeah.
I have done Kickstarter once, but I didn't like the format. I didn't like the way they billed me, and it was a pain in the ass.
You know what? I'm starting to learn about different ways because I'm going to launch my own product too. So people are giving me their advice and everything. So I get it.
The way to go is to just go ahead and get yourself like a Shopify or something like that. I mean, you're all right to try to launch on an Indiegogo, but just in case dude, we've got people that are being shadow banned now on their mail up list.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
But, dude, the Diaz boys.
What the fuck?
They're on Lost Pages number 3. They have made hundreds of thousands of dollars for goddamn Indiegogo. And they put up their mail up and they got shadow banned
What?
on their mail up.
Dude, see, that's
It's insane. You can't find it unless you have the actual link.
until we figure out a
there's
way,
a
dude. I'm
bunch
telling
of
you.
them.
Until we figure out a way.
I'm
dude.
telling you, Vince, you know what happened? Someone from Kickstarter, one of these little SJW fucking bitches,
Yep.
lost their job. They went and got hired over at Indiegogo,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're kicking up their heels. Is what's going on. Because nobody can explain it. Nobody knows why it's going on. I keep hearing people say, "Oh, well, it's not just CG."
Yep.
Well, bullshit. I see all kinds of campaigns that have like full-on frontal nudity and all kinds, but yet CG campaigns get banned for like a half a nipple.
See, that doesn't make sense, man. Like all the anime today, it's all sex. All anime is little tiny Asian
That's
chicks
all like
with
sexual
giant
octopi.
tits. Yeah, dude. It's like everything is sex driven today. So why the fuck would they give two shits about what's in a comic book, dude?
And they're not even boning humans anymore. They're like,
Yeah, it's
boning
all like
octopi and monsters.
yeah, it's
and-
like tentacle porn and everything, dude. It's
it's like what the frick?
Yeah,
but yet
we're
somehow,
fucked, dude. We're fucked.
somehow we have an ass shot and our guys get banned.
Yeah, it's an
you know?
ass shot. Oh,
Oh, God.
Psylocke never showed her ass
Oh.
in X-Men, right? Ever.
Oh my stars
Yeah,
and garbage.
anyways. All right, bro. You take care of
All
yourself,
right.
man. Everybody, you be
Later,
cool.
brother.
Later, man. You take care, bro. All right, guys. Have a great night. Do your thing. Take care of each other. Be awesome. Do good things. God bless.